Crisante trying to switch it through for John Ola. Back the other way. Poked away is Jardel, who's been on since the opening whistle, coming in underneath to disrupt that chance for America and setting up the goal kick here for Benfica. Here is the Liberian-born John Ola. SC20 youth product. Remember, as you can see up in the left-hand portion of the screen, America playing with 10, following a straight red to Gilberón about midway through the second half. Can they take advantage of the opportunities, though? Haven't really had any clear-cut looks at the America goal since the red.
America's done an excellent job of defensively dropping those players in. You can see they're playing actually which looks like a back line of 5. And 3 in front in the midfield, and then just with not a whole lot up front, to be very honest. And that's made it very difficult for Benfica to try to find those passing lanes and try to break down this defense.
Marcal, back for Santos. Teixeira. Ola. Instead, it's Marin with the booming clearance back out towards midfield. No chance of possession, though, as Kobe just mentioned. A line of 5 with a line of 4 out in front of that. Defending here for America.
Benfica's got to do a lot better when they change the point of attack and they actually draw some of the defenders out, usually the top 2, and then they get beyond them as they're attacking. They've got to go quickly. That's going to be when they can find the space and they can find those little points right beyond the back line. They're just too slow, and they're allowing players to get back into defensive positions.
Rosell had a chance to bring it down out in front of the America bench. But Marcal sliding over to immediately take back possession for Benfica. A little more than 90 seconds away from the close of regulation, and we haven't seen too much stoppage time, even with substantial stoppages in the game itself for the majority of the matches here in the Guinness International Champions Cup. And by all appearances, it looks like maybe we are headed to penalty kicks.
No one inside the box. Everyone is just watching. They're watching the player get wide and get into a position to cross, and they're walking in as far as the Benfica forwards. And that's the problem. When that ball gets wide and it gets to the end line, and you see your player running onto it, it's got to be a sprint into the 18. And yes, you're tired, yes, you're at altitude, but at this point, it's the last minutes of the game.
Corner chance. Actually, both teams have had few looks from the corner kick opportunities here in the second half. And the ball skirted out over the inline before it got to the back post. So it'll be Munoz to put it back in play.
Now, you might have noticed I was a little bit animated with that, but as a winger and getting into those positions, I would always be angry. I'd be like, where's my striker? If I'm going to sprint to the corner, can someone at least sprint to get in there to score goals? I never had to worry about that with Eric Ronaldo. He was always trying to get right there to score the goals.
I bet. Last few seconds of regulation as this one bounces back into the gloves of Ederson. Came on about 8 minutes ago to replace Julio Cesar. Benfica already went to penalties one time earlier here in the Guinness International Champions Cup after a 0-0 draw with Fiorentina. They lost 5-4 on penalties in East Hartford, Connecticut. Rosell cutting it back onto the left foot. A little acrobatic with the cross and the flare
And Rosel's going to hear about that one from his teammates and probably from his coach. There's no need to get cute in that situation. If you're going to do that, you better make sure it comes off and not have a poor cross in.
We're receiving word it is 2 minutes minimum of stoppage time to play out here before we'll hear the whistle from Jose Rojas. And then turn our attention to the penalty spot and see if one of the two goalkeepers can come up as a hero. Martinez slips away from the challenge coming from João Teixeira. Find something here inside Estadio Azteca as the seconds of stoppage time bleed off the clock, playing down a man and into the gloves of Ederson. He might have the chance to play hero once the ball does go to the penalty spot. Tackle there from Marin, and he'll send it long. There's the whistle from Jose Rojas. 90 minutes plus stoppage time behind us, and still 0-0 between Benfica and Club America. You know what that means? We're headed to the penalty spot. We'll determine a winner when we come back on Fox Sports.